A man in his 70s has been found dead inside a vehicle in floodwaters in North Queensland. Emergency services were called to the submerged vehicle in Normanton yesterday afternoon. A monsoonal trough is continuing to move across the north of the state, and more wet weather is expected on the Cassowary coast from tomorrow. Some models suggest areas between Ingham and Townsville could see hundreds of millimetres of rain. State Premier David Crisafulli has announced disaster relief assistance in 5 North Queensland councils that have been impacted by the heavy rain.
An inland ocean hundreds of kilometres from the coastline. Scenes all too familiar for residents of northwest Queensland.
We're very wet, as you can imagine. Roads are cut, will most likely be isolated for the week. The township itself is fine. We don't flood, so there's no issues there.
After 150 millimetres of rain in the region, the town of Julia Creek is cut off and flood warnings are in place for several other communities.
Cloncurry, Carpentaria, Flinders, McKinley and Richmond are currently suffering, and there is a major flood watch on the Flinders River. So they are areas in which Australians will be thinking of them.
But in cattle country, the greatest concern is the welfare of livestock.
Obviously there will be individuals that are impacted massively. That's the way that these events work. But on a wide scale, it appears that the rainfall has been a little more forgiving across that wide area, and that the stock go in better condition. That said, calves and weaners will be impacted because of lower temperatures and those wind factors, and that means that there could be some significant stock loss.
They have had quite a lot of wind exposure, and the temperatures are not as cold as 2019, but still on the chillier side, so we worry about exposure.
The Bruce Highway was cut off north of Townsville, but has since reopened. 37 roads across the north remain cut, according to the Queensland Disaster website.
One of the things that the local community and the local mayors have asked me today to express to people is the importance of going on that website. Google Maps doesn't know where the local impacts are. They're headquartered a long, long way away. So listen to the locals who know, and they are providing the information in real time about what roads are accessible. Please go to that disaster.qld website. It is far more accurate at this time of year than Google Maps, which is domiciled a long way away from northwest Queensland. So that's the message that we wanted to deliver there.
The rainfall is even higher towards the coast. Areas between Cairns and Townsville have seen widespread falls of 200 to 500 millimetres in the past 3 days. At Mission Beach in far north Queensland, a staggering 800 millimetres.
Obviously, loss of people first, Janie, but also stock losses. The rain will peak today and tomorrow, and everyone needs to take all the precautions they can.
Forecasts indicate the stretch from Cairns to Townsville should see another 200 to 500 millimetres as the monsoon trough persists. Meanwhile, a major flood is building across the Flinders River, where levels may approach the record set in 2019. Harry Clark, Sky News.